Come on in. We're making some croutons. And we're making the croutons. I always make a pile of them. But we're going to make some breadcrumbs from these croutons, as well as save some back for some salads and soups we've got coming up. So I want to make a few little quick chicken tenders, and we're going to show you how to do it. I know we did some breading and frying a couple weeks back when we did our schnitzels, our Jaeger schnitzels. But this is a different type of breading, but I always start with croutons. So this bread is the little round bread, but you can get any of your breads out of the bakery section that are of the rustic style, organic style. And the reason I say that is because they don't have the preservatives in them. This is the traditional, you've seen it a million times. You buy it in the bakery section. The French bread or Italian bread comes in, costs $1, and they have them out all the time on special. But they're very soft because they have the preservatives in them. And when you go to make croutons out of this, it seems like they never get crunchy. For some reason or other, I think it's the preservatives. I don't know. Maybe you will know. You can comment on that. Although I have made the croutons out of this bread, I usually will go for the more rustic croutons. And these are so easy to make. We make them all the time. We keep them in the cabinet. A lot of times, my family eats them like chips, and if you make them big enough, they use them for chips and dip. So we put them on everything and use it for everything. So I take the bread, and this is pre-sliced, so that even makes it easier. And then I just cut it to the size that I want. You can even leave it, if you're just going to make breadcrumbs out of it, you can just leave it in one big slice and put it in the oven. I find that it holds the oil and the seasoning better when I slice them up, and I have more oily surface. So here's my breadcrumbs. I don't need this. I'm going to put it over here. And then here's my bowl. Now I do mine in the bowl because I like them well coated. And I put them all in here like so. That's easy, right? Now pick your favorite seasoning, okay? I know that I'm going to be using this on some stews, and I'm going to be using it on my chicken tenders, and I have a whole pile of chicken tenders to do on Sunday, so I'll be using them on Sunday for that as well. So this is just a run through so I can show you. So I'm going to use my olive oil, and I use my good olive oil, just regular olive oil for this, and I'm going to drizzle this all the way across and drizzle it around good, and I like a lot. And we're going to toss it around. Get your hands down in there. You could use a spoon, but you know this is cooking is using your hands and getting into it. So there we go. They're pretty coated. I could add a little more. Just a drizzle. Take it slow. You can't have too much. And then I'm going to go in with my Cajun seasoning. So, because I know they like the Cajun seasoning on the tenders. So then they will be ready to go. So I'm going to toss that up really good. I'm going to add a tad of salt to it. Not a whole lot. We're going to just probably about a half a teaspoon in there for that bit of a loaf. It was about a half a loaf. And we're just going to toss it around good. And I like to do mine in the oven. If you're doing a small amount, you can do them in your air fryer. You can do them in your toaster oven. You can also do them in a skillet. You can do them in the iron skillet too as well. You got to get them hot, and you have to keep an eye on them when you do them in the skillet. So I like to turn mine out on a sheet pan because I don't have to watch it as close. And I'm going to spread them out as thinly as I can get. And this makes a lot. So I'll have plenty of croutons. And these are going to go in the oven for about 10 minutes. We're going to toss them, check them, toss them until they're good and crunchy. So they should not take very long at all. So going in, here we go. So I'm going to clean up this mess, and I'll be right back. I think these are ready, but let's take one out and try it and see what happens. Oh yeah, It's still a little soft right down in the middle. Let me taste it. Well, I think we're good to go. So I'm going to set these aside so they can cool. I'm going to set up my breading station. I'm going to set up my oil. We're going to talk about the oil. So I'll be right back. When I'm ready for you, I will let you know. Okay, I'm back. And I want to talk about our little croutons. We got them. They're cool. And they are ready to go. They're nice and crispy, as we talked about earlier. I put half of them in the bag because once I dip my eggy chicken in here, they won't be any good anymore. I'm going to have to toss them. So these are for my salad and my soup, and of course I can make more later. And on Sunday when I make more chicken tenders, I will have them. So there we go. So these are going into the chopper on high. I'm going to just tap it and tap it and tap it till I get it the consistency I want. And you can make it as heavy or large, or I don't know, the size of your crumbles to be like panko, or you can go fine like the fine breadcrumbs. I'm going to try to aim for somewhere in the middle of that. So I'm going to put these in here like so. And then, like I said, we're going to pulse it, put my lid down, and hit the pulse button, which is over here. And because it can crumble so quickly, if you just hit high or low and let it run, I'm afraid that it's just going to go everywhere. And then before I know it, I've got fine breadcrumbs. So. There we go. That's 6. What was that, about 1, 2 pulse? So 1, 2, let go. There we go. 1, 2, let go. There we go. So I've got still some pieces in the middle. And I still ended up with some good fine breadcrumb and some crunchy ones too. I got a little bit of all sizes in here, big and little. Take my lid off. And then we're going to dump this back in the bowl. You can see there's my crunchy, crispy. Some are big, some are little, some are in between, and that's okay by me. They're all going to stick and be just fine. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to turn on our oil. So I have my big kettle here, and I have it full, not full of oil. It's just basically about this much across the bottom. And I'm going to turn on my burner and start heating it up. And this is my high heat olive oil. I love frying in olive oil. So when we have oil, we have the regular old canola oil we've used for years and years that they're now telling us is probably not the healthiest thing, but I've always cooked with olive oil. If I really want high heat, I'll probably dig it out and use it anyway. We have the organic canola, which is supposed to be really good for you. This is refined by Star. I think that's an Italian brand. Refined organic canola oil, Spain, Italy, and France. So it comes from all three. But I'm thinking Star is an Italian product brand. If you know, let me know. And of course, my Bertolli's cooking olive oil, suitable for high temperatures. It says that, and I really like this. This is pure olive oil. It is, if you read it, it says refined olive oil. Virgin olive oil. And I did call the company because I had a couple people say, oh, they mix it with this or that. It's not. If they put high heat, it is not high heat. So I sent a letter to them and asked them, and they were really nice and sent me a letter back and explained everything to me about it. It says it is all pure olive oil of the highest grade, and that's what it said on there. And so I just keep using it. I love it. I cook my schnitzels in it or cutlets in it. I cook french fries in it. Anything high heat that I want to put in the oven, Spanish fries, you know, tapas, that kind of thing. So that's what's in here. I still don't go over 350 on it. I usually kind of try to keep it about 350, 360. And so that's what we're cooking at today. That's what we're cooking with is the olive oil. So I'm going to test this because we just turned it on. It will heat fast. This is my enamel coated cast iron Dutch oven. And you put the lid on it if you want it to heat faster. You want to keep a very close eye on it. And so if I was cooking a lot of things that I wanted deep fried, I wouldn't fill it more than 1/4 full because it bubbles or foams. You've still got room. If it pops and splatters, it's not going to come all over the stove. And it's heavy. It holds the heat. So I'm going to check my temperature. The handles will get hot though. You have to be careful of that. And I tilt it and then I put my thermometer in there. So we're only up to, let's see, probably 180. So we're going to let it go a little longer. I am going to put this on here and we're going to start our breading over here. So all I've got in my bowl is 2 eggs. And I'm going to whisk them really, really well. I'm going to, remember I have seasoning on my breading already. So I'm not going to season my eggs. But there we are, nice and whisked. And we are working with raw chicken, so we have to be careful. And these are our chicken tenders. Now, on these chicken tenders, I will show you, they have a little tendon in here that nobody likes to eat. So what we do is you take your fork and you slide it between the prongs, and I grip mine with the paper towel, and then you slide it down just like that and pull it out. Okay, and then there it is. So then you can cut that in half if you want, or you can leave it whole. I've cut them up because these are appetizers. So here's this one again. I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm going to get my paper towel and grab a hold of it, and then I'm going to push it down. And yeah, it takes a little muscle. Take it slow and just pull it straight down like that, and there it is, comes out, and there's my tenderloin. Now this one I might go ahead and tear it right in half. And so there's that one. We can tear this one in half too. See how it just comes right apart. And these are my little chicken tenders. So they're ready to go. And it doesn't take long to take that out. Here's this one. We missed that somehow. So there's, I'm going to take that off too. And that's trash. And so there we go. Oh, this one's split. So I'm going to go ahead and split it up. And then all of these are just going to go right into the egg. There we go. So when you buy the chicken tenders in the tray, that is what you're getting. And then I'm going to take them like so, and I'm going to just drop them all in here. I'm just kind of dripping it off a little bit. Put them all in there, and then we're going to toss them all around, and they're ready to go in the fryer. There we go. Light, crispy, crunchy. It is not a heavy breading. There we go. And all we're going to do is take them straight out of here, put them straight into the oil. So this makes a nice light breading. It's very light and easy, and it goes quick. It's just a different style of breading than to have the breading station with the flour and the egg. And it sticks. Look how well that sticks. So, there's a lot of ways to do things. We fry catfish differently. We fry chicken all different types of ways. Soak it in buttermilk, put it in flour, kind of thing. This is just another style of breading. And I'm going to tilt my pan a little bit just so my thermometer's in there good. There we go. 352, 3. Yeah, we're going in. All right, we're good. So I got my chicken strips, got my tongs, I got a spider right there, and here we go. Now I will tell you that when we were in Spain, we ate chicken strip tenders at this little restaurant, and they were so good with this light coating on it like this. And we ate them probably at least every other day. We were in there eating those chicken tenders because they were so good. And so when we came home, I said, you know what, I'm going to make some of those. And it reminds me of the same breading that a friend of mine would make on the Gulf shrimp when we got the big giant Gulf shrimp and fried it up. So that's where I kind of reverse engineered it, but we did it with the olive oil, just like we're doing now. And so there's enough oil to cover the whole. Like with the cutlets, we only let it come up to halfway. This one we're covering the whole thing. We don't overcrowd the pan. I've got my plate ready to go. I put a couple paper towels on there to catch any leftover oils. And here's my spider, so I can kind of stir them around a little bit. I let them sit. And look, they're already getting brown and crispy, and they curl. And so these are so good, and they take seconds. I mean, the whole thing didn't take very long, but these are tenders, and they will cook very thoroughly, very quickly. Also, if you want, when you get these out of here, you can put in your fries and then do a quick fry. Frozen fries will work fine. If you want to cut up some potatoes and drop them in there, they will cook up very well. And put them on the plate. I love these tenders like this. Somebody at work was talking about they do not eat meat on a bone. Well, this is the best way to have substitute buffalo wings. Alrighty, so here we go. We've got our extra crispy chicken tenders. And this is just another way to bread something and to fry something. So I really enjoy these. They make great appetizers. They make great football food. The kids love them. Any way you want to do them. You can serve them up with ranch, celery sticks, carrot sticks. You can make you some fries to go with them, which is I usually like fries with them. But yeah, I got to taste one of these. I'll get one of these little ones. A couple of these little strips here. I mean, and they look so good. So I'm going to get me a dab of sauce here, because I love the blue cheese sauce. It's my favorite sauce. And there we are. And look how crispy that is. Oh my gosh. All those crispy crumbs. Mm-hmm. You're gonna love these. They don't even need dip. So good. So easy. You can do this. Enjoy. See you next week. Bye.